What's up, guys? Welcome to Fence Talk number 4. No, it's part 2 of number 4. So this is our conspiracy theory of ancient Egypt and the pyramids. Not like fucking
the pyramid schemes. Right?
Yeah, like not like this fucking donkey on the first one says the pyramid scheme one.
Pyramid scheme.
Yeah. So it's not the pyramid scheme, even though it it's a good thing to maybe dabble into, why my mom was so pissed off every single time I took one of her Tupperwares and she thought she was selling, but she was buying more than she was selling. Long story is, we got 2 shout-outs. We got my boy Arturo shouting out Ash Bourbon, brought in some goodies, couple cigars, and then we want to shout out my boy Jordan. We're gonna put his Instagram in
jg.prod.
Absolutely. He did the music for the intro and outro that you guys hear.
Yeah.
He created a couple songs for us just to kind of have some of our own stuff. Yeah, man. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
We're gonna chime right into this one, and we're gonna go ahead and climb right into this one. So the theory of Egypt, ancient Egypt, and its civilization and how they created the pyramids. Specifically how they created the pyramids and how they were conceived as, like, literally a very ancient civilization, and they were very, we're the most advanced, period. Like, that's the theory, that we're the most advanced civilization, period. But when you talk about 2.3 million stones to create, I may be wrong, either all 3 pyramids or 1 pyramid, that weigh tons and tons each stone.
Right.
And by slave power and ropes and logs or elephants or whatever the fuck they did, manpower, just physical power, actually got them up there.
I still find that super hard to believe.
Like Cat Williams
crazy,
said.
right?
Like Cat Williams said, he's like, you believe that? Have you ever seen slaves in the movies? They skinny. They cannot pick up a rope with a rock. He goes like, so imagine. So now they discredited, I think, a little bit of Randall Carlson. He's got a great Netflix special, I think I mentioned in the last one, where he discovered Machu Picchu pyramid and in Peru and stuff like that, where they thought it was a mountain, and they took all the grass and all the dirt, and it's actually a pyramid. With same engravings as
Really?
Egypt, as in Mexico, and pretty much every pyramid that's been out there, they have the same engraving, where it's like some sort of being on top of a thing with a thing on their nose, and it's got a phone or some sort of iPad or some shit like that, where like it's engraved in stone. So he said that there's no way that the cuts that precise and the amount of architectural technology that was included into that, to the point where I believe all 3 pyramids are completely aligned to the star of Leo, or the star or the constellation Leo, and true north or south or some shit like that, where it has to the T.
So on top of them being built and shaped perfectly, they also angled them to perfectly align with
the constellation of Leo, I believe, but it's true north and south.
That's wild.
Like, absolutely fucking wild. And then also, you're going to tell me that, and mind you, this was over time, it was eroded or it was stolen by either the Romans, or, don't fucking misquote me on this, somebody conquered Egypt. I should have done more fucking research. But they were conquered, and originally the top or the tip of the pyramids were covered in complete gold. And obviously the misunderstanding of it was that it was a tomb. You're going to tell me that they love this motherfucker so much they created $2.3 million... No, not dollars. They didn't have dollars. Or maybe they did. 2.3 million stones just to bury this one guy.
It was just... I always thought it was for multiple. It was one individually in each pyramid?
I believe so. I believe it was a pharaoh, and fuck, we didn't do any research. But it was one pharaoh, and then, or
Right.
whatever the leader was. But... what they can see is now that they saw passages that they still haven't discovered. There's like at least 20 passages inside the pyramid that they still cannot either get to or go to because they...
It makes me think of good old N64 007 playing in the pyramid map. You know what I'm talking about? GoldenEye?
I don't remember that shit.
No? Oh, man, it was like the greatest map. But you're playing inside of a pyramid, essentially. Yeah, like
No, I don't remember
hidden
that
sliding
shit.
doors with the stones that don't fit.
I know what you're talking about, but I just don't remember that playing inside the fucking pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
When fucking 007 Nintendo 64 happened, I lived in Mexico, so we only had donkeys and corners to throw at. Grab the one from 007. But yeah, so that's a theory that it was a burial thing. They put gold and all that shit in there. And then the Ark of the Covenant was in there, but Rome, the Vatican, has the Ark of the Covenant.
Uh-huh.
And then, I believe, I hope I'm not wrong about this, but NASA owns the rights of the interior of the pyramids.
Really?
Oh, NASA owns the rights of the interior of the pyramids, and NASA owns the rights of, I believe, one of the national parks, either Yosemite or Yellowstone, like one of the Grand Canyon. There's a part of it you cannot actually go into because there's actual same engravings or there's some hieroglyphs engraved into the stone.
Mm-hmm.
And what's the other fucking place? There's another place that NASA owns the rights to, where like you cannot actually it's they own the rights, you can't go into there, like no matter what. Which makes sense because the Ark of the Covenant to the theory is that everybody thinks that it's a power source. Why does the Vatican have it? All this stuff, and if you look at the pyramids, what's the most? I think that gold is very conductive to electricity or something like that, and they think that was a station. Because if you see all the hieroglyphs and all that shit, like it's all men with helmets or suits or some sort of like flying thing. And if you look at a lot of I believe that they either transcribed some tablets or some shit like that where there was a specific saying where something like came from the sky or a man came from the sky and gave them these tools. Because what you see now, which is all sand and just desert, it used to be very luscious. It was water. It was once a green area, and it dried up eventually after so many years or whatever it was that happened. And obviously I'm fucking ignorant to all this shit. We're just coming up with the theory. But then there's a theory that obviously that's the facts. Those are the things that we know, right? The theory is that it was created by aliens, or going back to the first theory is whoever created us created that as a power source or as a fountain of some sort of getting power back to their planet.
Through the pyramids?
Through the pyramids.
Huh.
And specific monoliths all around the world. So every pyramid had some sort of, it's a power station. Like every pyramid, wherever it is, it's specific, because all of them, for some reason, they're all specifically lined up with a constellation or some sort of, true north or true west or true east or true south.
Okay.
They're all very, obviously back in the day they said, okay, they were very, in those ancient times they said, they were all very astrology based. And mind you, there was no smog. You could see the sky fucking, like if you ever go from Chicago to the suburbs or like far country in Illinois, like the sky
it's like, oh shit, there's actually stars.
There's actually fucking stars. You're in Chicago and it's like, oh shit, look, a star. No, it's a fucking Midway Airport. It's just a fucking Southwest Air or Spirit fucking airplane fucking dropping pieces and shit. But the theory is that it was a power station.
Okay.
And some sort of either that the Ark of the Covenant, connected by these three pyramids, created some sort of power. And they had so much advanced technology where obviously they've never found saws or like anything. Because the cuts, they say that till today, with all the technology that we have, all of the construction engineering, all of the architectural engineering, they still cannot cut the rocks to the decimal of that fraction of that angle or that perfect cut.
Right.
Like when you see marble or like when you see rocks that are perfectly angled, right? Perfectly cut. Like that they still cannot mimic that with any of our technology today. Not with a diamond blade, not with a saw, with a grinder, with anything. I mean, even $1 million saws, you can't fucking. I don't know if there is a $1 million saw, but that's another theory that we're gonna go into. We're gonna find this saw, but. That is, they still can't recreate that. So the theory is that they were much more advanced than us, and then some sort of cataclysm happened, whether it was that hunter
just fell off and forgot how to build things?
No, it was just a cataclysm. Either we got hit by a fucking asteroid or a fucking huge cataclysm, and they had to rewrite completely the history. Because the only place that actually had complete knowledge of what. Mind you, Egypt, that whole area right there, Egypt was huge on commerce. Like, they were literally, I mean, fuck, you can actually, a metropolis, like, where they actually traded so many goods, like, with Rome. And I believe that they had a lot of information and texts on what the pyramids were or their history. But when the Library of Alexandria, I forgot what century it is, that library burned, right? And all of the shit, wink, wink, fucking completely disappeared. So now nobody knows the past. It's all been pieced together. You know, like up till fucking, what was it? I believe it was 20, maybe 50, 45, whatever the fuck the years was. They didn't believe that Troy was real. Troy was not a thing until Brad Pitt came out. And they said, that sexy motherfucker is real. Troy was not a thing. And they actually realized, no, through ancient texts, or I believe some sort of transcribing of text, they found, yeah, Troy exists. It was a place. The whole Trojan horse thing, they defeated an army within a fucking way smaller army, like the whole 300 kind of concept. They fucked them up. And it was a real thing. So, like, if they were real and they were just forgotten or just lost in translation, what makes you believe, since there's no history, nobody till this day has a correct, accurate fact of what's inside the pyramids, except for what they found in the sarcophagus that they found.
Except for the Illuminati?
Fuck. What if the Illuminati is the people that created us, and they don't die? They've already found the cure. Like, they don't die, but there was a cataclysm, or we had a war with another world, and they said, no, we want your fucking, you know, you guys are having too much fun and drinking wine and fucking, you know, orgies and shit, and they're like, no, we want that shit. And they ended it, right? There was a huge war or a cataclysm, right?
Yeah.
Let's say some shit happens, and only a couple survive. But those people in Egypt already, in ancient civilizations, not only in Egypt, you know, in the Aztecs and all that shit, right? Every pyramid, let's call it every pyramid, not scheme. Every pyramid scheme that ever existed. Every pyramid that ever existed, that civilization that surrounded it. What if only a couple of them survived through this all-out world war or X, Y, and Z, or a cataclysm, right? Steroid or a major, you know, swift in the poles, and then we're fucking underwater, and this and that happens, or whatever the fuck happened, right? And only a couple survived, but they were so advanced in technology that they live forever, and they just have to hide within society. And they're the guys that are the, you know, the fucking Elon Musk. Elon Musk is not real. That motherfucker. Have you ever seen him speak? He's like,
he's not real.
He's like, when he smokes a cigar, you've never seen him. He goes, and then he's like doing fucking algorithms, and then he just says something that just baffles your fucking brain. It's like, we're gonna live in Mars in 2 years. Like, what the fuck did you just say? I can't even pay my fucking light bill, and you're trying to move me to Mars? I just bought this house, motherfucker. Can't afford the taxes. And so, that, like, let's say that's them. Those are them, right?
Okay.
Elon Musk, the Jeff Bezos, and all these shit. And they know they have to, like...
Are you just going to leave Tom out of this?
Tom Cruise?
No, from MySpace.
Oh, Tom? Motherfucker had way too many friends to be an alien. he was a really lonely alien back in the day.
Man.
He was the one guy that didn't get invited to the survival party, and then he's like fuck it. He was like an engine. He was like a fucking like mechanic, and he just got lost in one of the vents of the ship. And then, while world was going to shit, he was in there, and he's like, fuck this. Came back, and he's like, man, no, none of these motherfucking leaders know me. I gotta get some friends, motherfucker. And Zuckerberg was the opposite. He's like, I'm gonna fuck this guy's friendship up. Because after Facebook came out, Tom was irrelevant. But those are the guys.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
Like, look at Mark Zuckerberg is what? Mark Zuckerberg's our age? Like 30s, 40s? How old is this motherfucker? 30s? He's like in his 30s, right? He's got to be in his fucking 30s or like our age. Shit, I look 40. That motherfucker just looks exactly the same when he fucking came out of college. No, he doesn't wear sandals because he's fucking a billionaire.
Yeah, he doesn't need them.
He's got flying shoes. He has a guy pick him up on his shoulders like Dave Chappelle. But yeah, so those are the leaders. Those are the guys that survive. Because you're gonna tell me, like, how does it make sense, to have this huge structure? Like, imagine Sears Tower, and people that don't know Chicago. Chicago Sears Tower is the Willis Tower now, but it's pronounced Sears.
It's the Sears Tower, stop it.
It's spelled Willis, but it's pronounced Sears Tower.
Yeah, exactly.
So imagine if the Sears Tower, which is 111 floors or something like that, and they say the Sears Tower and then the Hancock Tower is like 96 or 97 floors. And let's say those two are kind of, they're kind of close by. And then the whole Chicago area, fucking 800 years forward, and it's sand, and it's like dead, right? And they go, yeah. There's one fucking coffin there, and they go, yeah, they buried Kyle there. this is Kyle's shit here. This was Kyle's. This was Kyle. Oh my God, really? Yeah. He was an IT guy. He fucking saw us.
He was an IT guy.
He fixed all the fucking wires in this building, and we honor him. What did Chris do at the fucking Hancock Tower? He was a server at the signature room, and he served this fucking. Water was always frozen. Like, does that make sense? In any fucking, like, let's call it not a theory. In any fucking, like, in my brain, it does not make sense that they would build. Now, mind you, are there more sarcophagus? I'm fucking ignorant, so I don't know this. But does it make sense that they would have this huge 3 structures to bury their leader?
Right. And that's one thing with it. I don't know, on the basis of what we consider the height of, a floor now for, like you mentioned, the Sears Tower being 100 and whatever.
Correct.
I think one of the tallest pyramids, weren't they like around 450 feet?
It's something fucking crazy.
It's insane.
So
to be able to get those stones shaved up there that high,
this fucking angle,
that perfect, like what?
I mean, we still drop cranes in today's technology. Have you ever seen the videos of like there's air and the fucking crane's just going, and there's a guy in the window really close to the crane going, oh, there it goes. The funny ones are the Australian ones, because no matter what the fuck, like Australians could be in a fucking, like, they could be in a worse scenario, and they're just always come,
having the best time.
look at that, mate. Look at that. It's coming this way, mate. Grab the Fosters. Let's get the fuck out of here. And the fucking crane's coming this way, and it's gonna fucking kill everyone. And that's what today's technology. Mm-hmm. Today's technology, literally, you drop cranes. And there's so many fucking work accidents. Mind you, there was probably a bunch of fucking accidents, but you're gonna tell me that at that angle, which is, I don't know the fucking angle. Fuck, well, we should have done a lot of research. This angle, right? I can't even go up fucking a flight of stairs with a hamper of fucking clothes because my fat ass is breathing heavy.
Yeah.
You're gonna tell me a 2-ton fucking rock, perfectly cut, and then the guy with the whip is going.
Are you able to? You can still, like, there's something you can visit, right?
I believe you can visit the exterior of it. I don't know if there's passages where you can walk to.
Cause that'd be cool as hell.
Oh fuck yeah! And we do a podcast inside there,
right?
And we're just swearing and drinking, and you can't do it. Hey, no, get the fuck out of here! Where's the Pharaoh?
Stuck out there in prison, can't come back to the States.
Can we get our mics? We're gonna do one inside here. So you're gonna tell me that makes logistical sense, like to get those rocks, and some of the rocks are not even from a quarry that's near. Like, some of the rocks are from, like, a quarry from fucking, I believe some of them were, like, limestone or even some shit like that was, like, from 50 miles away.
God damn.
So these huge fucking rocks, the size of a Suburban.
Makes sense.
The size of a Suburban being moved 50 fucking miles to a pyramid site, a construction site. And then you're going to have 100 fucking guys with ropes that they handmade and logs, and they're gonna roll it up the fucking pyramid. Now, I guess maybe it could make sense if you go on this side of the pyramid and you got 1,000 motherfuckers pulling on this side,
the other way,
and then these guys are pushing, but fucking Jose slips on the rope, and it's fucking Juan going down, and he's
game over. Game over.
He's getting buried into that pyramid. He's like, I was part of it too. So the fucking poor guy's now part of the pyramid. Right. He's dead underneath there. Fucking, they say, don't even pull him out. It's a graveyard.
So it was built for him in the end, then.
he's like, I built it. I was born, and I am dead now. But like, dude, like even just pulling this, all right? So more than 2.3 million limestone and granite blocks were pushed, pulled, or dragged into place. Okay, I can't even drag a fucking couch.
Nah.
Okay? Without fucking tomorrow my back is hurting. Okay? And then they were placed into the Great Pyramid, okay? Of Giza. The average weight of a block is about 2.3 metric tons. 2.5 tons. It's fucking...
What was that, 5,000 pounds?
Okay. In terms of refrigerators, that's like fucking 100 fucking fridges, or like, yeah, because each fridge is like, what is 2.5 tons is what, 2,500?
That's
pounds?
like yeah,
Or
I mean,
5,000
a ton-
pounds?
Yeah, I think it's close to 5,000 fucking pounds.
Yeah, because of 1,500 in
Tons
cars.
too. 2.5.
Yeah, so it's 5,000.
God damn.
5,000 fucking pounds? No. Now they had tens of thousands of fucking.
I mean, equivalent to what? Them basically carrying a fucking trucks.
Yeah, carrying a fucking.
Pick up a truck.
Pick up
carry
an
it
F-350 and just fucking.
just carry it up.
And mind you, a car it has wheels. You put that bitch in neutral, you push that motherfucker to the gas station. And trust me, I learned my shit the hard way. We ran out of gas a lot of times. My guys know. But fucking, it has wheels.
That's crazy. Though.
Now, is there physically a way where you can, right? Like, let's say physically you can. You put a bunch of logs.
Throw on top of that. I mean, add gravity.
Listen, I understand
Like,
this.
what?
I understand this. The first two layers, layer 1 and layer 2, everybody's like, damn, this shit's going really fucking easy. Third one, you're like, how are we gonna
nuts.
that dude, they're fucking call it fucking 4 feet tall, 2 feet tall, 3 feet, no, it's 4 feet tall. 4 or 5 feet tall. 2 rows, that's fucking 10 feet. That third fucking row, and then mind you, you have to do this. And mind you, you also have to cut these passages perfectly.
Yeah, to be able to get through.
Perfectly. To be able to have those walkways and those passages that go to these rooms and these grave sites or whatever that the theory is, right? Now, mind you, did they put coffins in there? For sure. They put sarcophagus in there. But there's a belief that the theory is that they were built they've done, I believe, carbon dating or something like that, where they dated the pyramids a lot older than what ancient Egypt, or when they actually say that the Egyptian civilization, because it looks like it's been built and fixed throughout time. Because they say that what's that fucking, I forget the fucking name. I fucking should have had it. The one that has the face of a like an ancient pharaoh. It wasn't a pharaoh at the beginning. It was a lion, because the pyramids are aligned with the constellation of Leo.
Right.
So the Leo lion. So
what are they called? Sphinx.
the Sphinx, yes.
Yeah.
So the monolith of the Sphinx, or the statue of a Sphinx, was originally the face of a lion, and it makes sense because if you look at the sides, it kind of looks like a mane. It was originally a lion because the pyramids line up, literally the constellation of Leo. To this day, they still line up with the constellation of Leo, right? Which is, I believe, true north and south. You're gonna tell me that they completely got all of that shit correct. Let's say they have the most architectural fucking savvy guys, right? But they believe that there's a theory that says they were built way before. Like that was the most advanced technology, the most advanced civilization that there ever was, and now we look at it as a dumbified kind of thing where we go like, no, fuck, dude, I got an iPhone, bro. Like I can literally send you a dick pic on Snapchat, and I'll know if you screenshot it. Like, we're advanced, bro. Like, we know our shit. Like, I have OnlyFans. I'll show you my butt over $20 a month. Like, we think that we're the smartest. Like, our civilization, until this day right now, we think we're super fucking, and maybe, yeah. And maybe, well, fucking, it's just the wrong theory. Where, like, yeah, they were just hunter-gatherers, and they were just builders. But it's so much more advanced. Like, till this day, you're going to tell me that with today's technology, you can't get those cuts. And then, let's go to the theory of if it really was a place for getting energy, where they were self-reliant, they had lights, they had all of this technology, they had fucking some sort of automotive kind of mechanical thing, where it makes more sense to have that sort of build if you had some sort of new technology to pick those rocks up and actually stack them and layer them. And now, mind you, was there physical labor involved? For sure. Like when you're building a skyscraper, the iron workers do the structure, the skeleton, and then you got the concrete guys build the floors, the electricians go and put the electric, and just on and so on and so on and so forth, right? But the only way that looks feasible is with using some sort of machinery or some sort of technology. And then there's another theory that there was telepathic things where you can move it with your brain and your power of the brain waves and sound waves and fucking and it just moved and it you just looked at a fucking.
Do we know or think if it's true about how like the passages on the inside of these pyramids and how the doors opened up? Like, did those fucking doors actually just like slide open like that?
I don't think it's actual doors that slide open. I believe that they're just open passages.
Just open.
I believe that
there's no doors.
there's
So
rocks.
we just decided to envision that and make that whole thing with. It's like am I off on that or?
What mean?
I'm thinking about like again, how we perceive and see that kind of shit. That
There's a door that goes to the
right, and it's a motherfucker's door just slowly slides open.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think there's any doors because there's even some passages where you can't even like. There's little tunnels or passages that are they've only been able to fit like a remote control car with a camera or
Well,
like
if there's no doors and they're all open, then how are there still hidden passages? If it's wide open.
well maybe because NASA owns the rights to them and they say you can't discover it without us actually approving it. And why would NASA be involved with trying to? Why would NASA get the rights to a pyramid in Egypt?
In
And
general, to
hopefully
start
I'm not.
with.
Hopefully I'm not butchering the shit out of this because I fucking heard this in another podcast. So fucking two podcasts are incorrect. But why would NASA own the rights if there's no technology in there? Because NASA by default is a technology
Right.
company,
What
right?
would be the point of owning the rights to that kind of stuff?
Like I get it, NASA. It's what is it? What is NASA? What's the acronym from NASA to the long version? What is it? National Airspace.
Don't ask me.
And fucking and anal. I don't know. Fucking something like that, right? So fucking that's where OnlyFans comes from. That's the base.
That's the baseline of
Yeah,
it.
why do you think we haven't been to the moon again? We've been shooting buttholes. But fuck, we're gonna get cut off with this. NASA shit. NASA raids. FBI. Fucking knock down the doors. It's a bunch of astronauts moving slow as shit. Don't run away from me. Fucking, well, you just say you're a toddler and shave your beard, and they'll fucking believe you. I'll just say I'm the guy working at your house. I don't speak it.
Yes.
But
Yeah, we'll get away with it.
yeah, we'll find a way. But NASA owns the rights, right? Let's say that is true, and then I'm not wrong with that. Then why does the Ark of the Covenant? Have you ever seen the Ark of the Covenant? It's like a gold box, probably this big. Call it fucking 3 feet wide, foot tall, with two angel wing looking things. And then some of the passages that they say. So the theory is that the Ark of the Covenant is a power source. It's a nuclear or some sort of power source that literally can power or end the fucking world, like a Thanos kind of thing, right? And those little passages, because once there was water, like a river or a canal, running through it, not only through it and underneath it, but also not only through the pyramid and underneath it, but to the side of it, right? That nuclear reactors, they have to be cooled. So those passages, they have, I'm going to misquote this, but I believe that they have found some water erosion, because limestone by default will have some water erosion.
Yeah.
So imagine that those three pyramids are these amazing fucking, power sources. They're nuclear. That's where nuclear power sources come, right? And why does NASA get the rights? God knows what time it was, and if I find it, I'll fucking say it in another podcast. But who created the first nuclear weapon? USA. Oppenheimer, right? I'm not wrong. Fucking, or if you're stupid like me, the guy from fucking the what's the guy from the fucking English show? Peaky Blinders, the guy from the Peaky Blinders. The Peaky Blinders created the nuclear bomb. They literally created the first one. So you would imagine, okay, we own the rights. We found out that shit. Who has the Ark of the Covenant? Who would you imagine? The Egyptian authorities?
You would want to think so.
NASA?
But
Who owns it? Who has it in their possession currently right now?
you do.
Fucking in my basement, putos. Fuck your solar panels, ese.
Who's got it?
My Wi-Fi's super fucking fast. The Vatican.
Huh.
Why would the Vatican have it? And they do say there's a tunnel or a big fucking underground fucking base, or not base, but an underground kind of fucking storage facility where the Vatican has all of a huge fucking art collection, a huge fucking relic collection, and the Ark of the Covenant is there. Why? What if that is the creators of the world's like power source, where they literally just found planets. They just keep going, and kind of that when I said in the first one, it kind of correlates back to like that simulation, and like the last part that I said, where it's like, what if it's not a simulation like how we think because of what we understand with gaming and shit like that, right?
Right.
What's our perception right now? What if the simulation is more we were planted here? We're like an experiment. And it just went wrong multiple times. And they just do a fucking one of those MIB flashlights where they go boop, boop, and then you're like,
Gone. Forget everything.
holy shit. Kyle's speaking Spanish, I'm speaking English. Hola! He goes back to his wife. It's like, hola, I love you, amor. He's like, who the fuck are you? Like, what if they keep doing that and they just call them cataclysms, or they just called it, or why do you see a fucking flash of light when you're dying, supposedly? I mean, I've never fucking died, hopefully, but that's the biggest thing, right? What if you just travel through that fucking portal or that next dimension
next
into
dimension
that,
type of
and it
shit.
goes back to that source, right? Mm-hmm. And what if we're all just here to create? Like, we're all just here to mine. We're all just here to pull shit for these creators to create more planets and more civilizations. And every single time, because like, think about it, this is unfucking correlated. Maybe we do part 3 because I love I love conspiracy theories. But what if the pyramids are the base, right? And every single pyramid had different leaders, right? It's just different factions, and they just say, this is where you're going. The climate is different, so this is going to create different kind of people and different kind of tribes.
Why the fuck don't we have any here?
What do you mean?
Pyramids in the States.
There's actually pyramids in the United States.
Is there really?
They say that there's pyramids in, well, I'm telling you, there's a national park, either Yellowstone or Yosemite or some sort in the Grand Canyon, some area in the Grand Canyon, where they literally, the NASA owns the rights, and they found some sort of ancient fucking writings in there.
Really? Huh.
What if we did? What if there is? Or what if, imagine if it's not a pyramid. What if it's a monolith? You know, in Washington, D.C., where we have that big monolith, and it looks like a pyramid at the tip. What if through all this time, sand and everything just started accumulating, right? Because a shit ton of sand would cover a river or a canal.
Yeah.
Right? And imagine that just raises, and all you see is just the tippy top. And that goes
Who knows
down.
how far down they go?
That just has a bunch of floors, and you just keep going down and down and down and down and down. And then Washington, D.C. just still happens to have that, right? And they just say, no, we built it, X, Y, and Z, and it's easy to fucking create. Technology is so advanced that you can create a fake old picture. Boom, 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 right? So where you have that theory of like, okay, well, that civilization, the creators had that Ark of the Covenant, and this is how they create worlds. They just go from world to world to world to world to world to world. And you always see like the UFO things where like UFOs either go into the ocean or they go up, right?
Going to the ocean. They
mostly go into the ocean. Have you ever seen the TikTok video? The Tic Tac or Tic Tac? Tic Tac? Not the TikTok. Tic Tac. So Commander Fravor, who's a special, like, he is the top of the food chain as far as, like, Air Force, right?
Okay.
And he's off the coast of, I may be wrong on this one, either San Diego or he's in Hawaii, right? And it's a military zone. Like, it's a no-fly zone. Nothing else can fucking fly, right? They're doing an actual, flight simulation. They're flying through the air in these advanced 20, 30 fucking $1 million fucking machines. And their technology, they have radar, they have FLIR, which FLIR is like the equivalent to like a fucking what is it called? Like a thermal fucking thing, right?
Okay.
In their their fucking components right here. They see this little thing that goes from 0 to like 100 into a second, and it just moves in these directions that you can't have a fucking plane, not even a drone can create that.
Right.
And they follow it, and it goes close, and it just goes boom. And they have the video. I think not the full video, but a snippet of the video was released or leaked, and they have this thing. And then all of a sudden, it just goes either into the water, or it disappears somewhere into the ocean. And what's the only place that we've never actually explored?
Bottom of the ocean.
Mm-hmm. You look at an octopus, that motherfucker's an alien. It pisses black ink on you, and you just squirts fucking cock, and it gets you.
But true, yeah. I mean, you can only go so far down to know.
Imagine.
I mean, look, we just recently tried to put a ship down.
That's wild. That's fucking wild.
And the shit just imploded on us. Like,
imagine you're a billionaire, bro.
Oh, man.
And you just say, hey, son, like, this is a bad joke. Maybe it's too soon, but imagine you're a billionaire and you go, should we go fucking take the yacht with some fucking hot models to Ibiza, whatever the fuck it's called? To the Jersey Shore, fuck it. Let's go find Snooki. Or let's go in a submarine and let's find the naked picture of fucking Rose and see if we find Jack down there.
Right?
And you go down there and all of a sudden, you just hear,
Done.
and pop, you're fucking done. That was the stupidest fucking move. If I was a billionaire, bro, I'd be in my house. You want to go on a plane? You want a private jet? I'll stay right here. I ain't taking no risk. I ain't buying a motorcycle. I just made it. Just count money. When I was broke, I wanted to go on all of the rides at Six Flags. Now, I've seen videos. I've seen fucking Final Destiny.
You know, don't bring
enough
up Six
times.
Flags, man. I wasn't tall enough to go on those rides.
You still not tall enough,
That's
motherfucker.
fucking-
You go to the carnivals, they won't even let you shoot the BB guns because they fucking you shoot your eye out, boy. You still can't get it. The fucking Nerf guns are illegal in your fucking spectrum.
So
but-
I'm trying to buy that Red Rider.
But yeah, so imagine that's it. Like, I still can't fathom, and we can go on and on and on and on and on and on about this because there's so many theories about it. But my honestly, my thought on that theory is there it was a power source. Mm-hmm. It was from a way more advanced civilization that we can ever fathom. Like, we till this day we can probably never even fucking fathom. And until
Do you think we're gonna get back to it?
I think at a point when ChatGPT goes.
Oh, so an AI is gonna get us back to it, not us.
We created AI. AI is the Mexican version of AI. He just answers in Cholo slang. What's 2 + 2? I don't fucking know, Holmes, but you can go fuck yourself. Fucking, you ask it, can you write an essay for me? The only essays I know are mine. But fucking, that's like, imagine. They put us on this, let's say, let's go base down, right?
Okay.
Base down, they created us. The creators are these beings that are super fucking old and fucking, let's call it a fucking million years old. They found the cure to age, right? And they can no longer procreate because of they're sentient. They're sentient AI creatures. They've gotten so advanced that they no longer need to breed. Like, remember the movie Dredd with Sylvester Stallone?
Yeah.
Was it Dredd where him and Sandra Bullock, they put on these fucking visions and then they're like, this is how we have sex? Like, we have to have a license to have a baby. Like, imagine that's how it is now.
Now we got VRs.
Now we got VRs. Like, fucking, I'm taking a shit. You want to have sex, baby? Put on your VR. I'm over. Damn, you don't want to smell this shit. But fucking, imagine that's how it is, right? And they no longer procreate. And they got so far advanced that eventually they no longer procreate. So they have membranes. They have us in little sacs, right? And they go, okay, let's create these worlds, right? And it goes forward and forward and forward and forward and forward and forward. And then we're here now. And they say, what do we want these guys to do? We eventually are going to die off. Eventually they're going to fight because, or they found out at one point, they go, these fucking monkeys are fucking stupid. They just kill each other. They fight over shit. They all want to wear Gucci and fucking want to watch fucking the Kardashians. And they're fucking dumb. And they all drink Starbucks. It's Kirkland's coffee with foam on top of it. And they get excited when they get a cup from Stanley that costs $50. Imagine, they go, these fucking creatures are dumb. We fucked up. They're looking at a project, they fucked up. They're going, how come this guy weighs 300 fucking pounds and this guy over there can't even fucking get a hot dog? Imagine, they say, fuck it, we're done. We have to reel it back in. So they say, fuck it, we gotta give somebody some knowledge and give them an idea, and we'll implant the idea, and then the UFO comes down. They send a probe down. And they go, this is your technology. You're gonna learn this. Oh my God, who the fuck are you? Are you gonna anal probe me? Because I'm in. Fucking.
I'm there.
Hey, I'm there. And then he goes like, no, shut the fuck up. He's not even talking. You're hearing this shit, but you're not. Wait, what the fuck are you saying? And then he's saying this shit to you and goes, listen, here's a USB drive, and I'm gonna give you all this information, and then that's the anal probing. He just shoves it up your ass, and that's the main source to your brain. And now you got all this knowledge, and he says, you're gonna create AI. And then he goes with the pen, boop, and you go, what the fuck am I doing up at 4 a.m? I want to sleep at, like, all I remember is 9 p.m. And then, but he goes, oh shit, I have this idea. You know what? I gotta go write this down. And then he's a coder, right? And then he starts coding AI. And that's their plan, to have AI eventually take over. Because that's how they reel the shit back in.
AI is gonna take over.
It's like fucking stupid.
It's gonna take over.
I mean, the fact that you can ask it anything and it'll give you, and mind you, the free one is 4.0. I believe they're at 6.0 or 5.5.
It's taking over.
Bro, it's
We're basically screwed.
I mean, now every app has an AI. You on Snapchat?
Oh yeah.
You have an AI
Why is
bot.
there an AI in Snapchat?
Bro,
I never understood that.
Today,
Why?
when I was messaging for one of my, it was a debit card, and I was like, oh, I have an issue with my debit card, and then, like, the support, and I thought I was chatting, and all of a sudden a little thing pops up, and it goes, I'm bought something, and then I'm like, what the fuck? Mind you, it gave me a quick fucking answer.
Oh, they're immediate.
And it solved it in a matter of seconds. Now, did I want to talk to an actual person? Sure. But was it
point?
way
I don't
more
want to talk to a
efficient?
person because it's way more efficient, right?
Yeah, because the person will be like, yeah, hello, my name is Juan.
And then you get mad at them and you want to talk to somebody else, and then
and they go, hey, yeah, we're going to place you on hold because you're in the
20 minutes
wrong
of hold.
department. And then we're going to transfer. And then that other department answers and he goes like, hi, this is Joe from IT Solutions for your credit card. What can I help you with? Oh, well, I had some fraudulent charges.
You're in the wrong department.
Oh, you know what? They send you for buying sex toys. You're in the wrong. Wait, hold on. Well, tell me about this. But send me to the other one. And this thing completely fucking knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. I think that's what it is.
All the way from back then.
From those pyramids to where we are now, that is literally aligned. Completely aligned. Completely aligned. Everything is completely aligned to that fact where they said, this is the start, and then we have to erase a little bit of that background because we can't let them know that we were so much more civilized or way more intelligent, and then we go, fuck it, this is where we are. And then AI, and then we start having sex with VRs in the toilet. A bad idea, though. It's not a bad idea, though. Maybe we create the little sucker that just goes. Just imagine you're in the bathroom taking a shit, and all of a sudden you hear, what are you doing? And I'm taking a shit. All right, guys, we're taking this one too crazy, but all right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and cap this one off. We can go on and on and on and on and on and on and on about these stupid theories that we have no knowledge about and we have no information because obviously we did not do any fucking homework. But if we do homework, then we sound smart, and then it's just like every other thing.
And we already know we're not.
And we already know that we're not.
This is the true version of us to know
We
this
did
kind of
not
shit.
learn shit in Chicago public schools.
Oh shit!
I didn't fucking shit. All I learned was to duck when there was a shooting. Well, I went to a little village, bro. Get the fuck out of here. You heard pap. It could have been a lawnmower backfiring.
Man.
But with that one, we're gonna finish this motherfucker off. Thank you guys for watching another one. Thank you guys for receiving it. Hopefully you guys, we did a couple of changes. This fucking thing keeps going on and off, but we don't care. We're having fun. We got Arturo. Shout out to this guy over here. Came out and hang out and shit. And then the next one, we're gonna have all the guys over here, and we're just gonna shoot the shit. And we might have a big ass. We're gonna call it the conspiracy orgy. And everybody comes up with a conspiracy.
I like that.
And then we all talk about it in 10-minute snippets.
I like that.
And we just break it down like that shit. All right, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you on Fence Talk number 5.
Number 5, baby.
Thank you guys. Cheers, brother.
Cheers.
Cheers, Doodle. I should have definitely done a little bit more research. Oh, I have some more.
This dude did do research. He thought,
No, I did, motherfucker. I just gave you a bunch of facts. What are you talking about?